everyone. Welcome back to the Bombshell show. My name is Lauren Lotta. I'm your host, and I'm with the amazing Emma Hyndman.
Hi, Lauren. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Emma, how are you?
I am really great. I feel like we've kind of gone back in time because we are back into lockdown, this time 3.0. But no, I think now we know what to do to adapt. And yes, I've just been busy in the studio, lots of Skype clients, which truly blessed to be doing. So good. Everyone's still working on their posing. And we're just working towards the beginning of the season, wherever that may be.
Gosh, can you imagine prepping at this moment in time with everything that's going on?
Yeah, all I just keep saying to people is, even if your show doesn't happen in March, worst case scenario, it'll probably be 4 weeks later. 4 weeks more to make yourself even better.
Better at posing, better at everything. Yes. So, yes, I totally agree on that. And I cannot believe we're back in lockdown.
But here we are in the studio, socially distanced.
Absolutely. Some news on my side is that I have managed to partner with Robert Phil.
Oh, I saw this. Tell us more.
Okay, so Robert Phil obviously is the wellness creator.
Yes.
And we got to interview him, and he is doing amazing things with all of these lovely ladies.
Yeah.
But now he's going to be doing his own show called The House of Champions in Brazil.
Oh, wow. Yes, he mentioned that to us, right?
Yes, and there are going to be a few ladies that are going to be prepping they're going to be in the last stages of their prep for the 20 days. And then they're going to be filmed, and it's going to take place there. And then they're going to step up on stage, and hopefully lockdown is not going to cancel that. But yes. So basically working a little bit with Rob now and going to help him get his girls ready for stage.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So what's your role going to be in helping them?
Shoes, jewelry.
So you're going to just give them those final touches.
Absolutely.
Make sure the shoes are perfect. Make sure they've got the right jewelry to showcase their personality and their sass.
Yes, I'm so excited.
Oh, how exciting.
So that is all good.
Maybe we can fly to Brazil.
I would love that.
You can take all of your shoes and your jewelry, and I'll take my posing bikini.
Yes, let's go. I'm so there. So yes, I hope that you guys enjoyed this episode, and please stay tuned for what's to come. And if you're in lockdown 3.0, then I wish you the best of luck.
And you've got this.
All right, you guys, so we have got an exciting episode for you, and we're going to do a sort of review on each of the categories as we
promised.
Absolutely. And the first one is bikini.
Yes. I'm so excited to do this review because obviously we've already looked at the bikini category between us, and there's definitely a running theme through the top 10. Yes. So I'm just excited because obviously we've done a lot of analysis on the girls as they, qualified, and all of the other shows that have happened through the season. So obviously now the Olympia is the creme de la creme and we get to see all of the best girls on stage, and bikini is something we both aspire to be. So
absolutely. And also being the Olympia, it sets the tone for the next year.
Yeah.
So this is obviously what every bikini girl is going to aim to look like for 2021. So we might as well get into it and show you.
Let's go.
What we think. Okay, so we got Bob in the background, and the girls are going to get called on. So basically in this lineup there were 40 girls.
Such a big category.
So 40 girls, and there were, I think, 10, 15, 25 US girls, and we had about 8 sort of European girls in total.
Okay. So we're going to look at the first call out, which I think is going to be top 5 or 6 girls.
They're going to show 6.
Yeah.
So the first lady here that's been called out is Laura Lee.
We
love Laura Lee.
She was so sweet. We had her on. If you've not watched it, we did an interview, and she is just so sweet, and again just so committed to her craft. We have got we've got Janet. Oh, we've got all the top girls.
Yep, we got Issa, Attila, Janet, Laura Lee, Jennifer, and then we've got Angelica on the far right.
Yeah. So interesting.
So nice full round glutes on everyone. That's pretty much a given.
That's it, exactly it. Just hold that there for me.
Okay.
Now for me here, For me, I don't know whether it's the cut of the bikini. Now, it's something you've always got to pay attention to because obviously the way the bikini bottoms are cut, it shapes the glutes differently as well. Now, for me here on Laura Lee, the way her bikini bottoms sit, it actually, for me, it shapes the glutes even more. So it makes her glutes actually look rounder from the rear compared to Janet.
I see that.
You see, but I think if Janet had the same cut bikini bottoms on as Laura Lee, she would actually be exactly the same or a little bit better in the glutes.
I can see what Laura Lee is wearing is called a micro scoop.
Ah, micro scoop.
I've been researching bikinis with the Toxic Angel bikinis in the US at the moment. So she's got a micro.
I like that.
And then Janet's bikini, I think this is the same one that she wore last year. So the cut is, she obviously has some sort of attachment to it, but it's like, I can see what you mean about the cut.
Just how it sits around the glute. Now, let's just compare the hamstrings here. I would say that Janet probably has the most hamstring to glute tie-in.
Okay.
Here, because you can just really see the hamstrings and the adductors coming through there. I mean, obviously a massive part that plays is the lighting, and the video footage isn't always a true reflection. So we can always only really give our opinion on what we see in front of us.
Absolutely. And I do also just want to mention with top 5, because I do sometimes feel like posing shoes plays a big role, but the top 5 all wore platforms, just so that everyone knows it was a standard lip shoe. And please note, obviously your posing is going to play a huge deal, but I think it just elongates you through the spine.
I think especially in the bikini category, it just gives even more length to the legs, because they don't want lots of mass anyway, whereas you'll find with the wellness category, the girls will wear a shorter heel with less platform generically, because it actually shortens the leg a little bit more, so it makes the leg look bigger.
But fantastic all around. So that is wow.
Nice. Let's continue to watch. Watch that presentation as they come back round to the front, and they just make it, let's pause this, they just make it look so effortless. Now in that side pose, Janet looks quite lean, but she's very glute dominant.
Okay.
Very glute dominant. So on that side pose, her glutes are, they present themselves so well. They do.
They present themselves so well. That's a nice way of putting it.
If you're just looking at all of the other girls, like her glutes look like a little bit harder.
Okay, I can see
from the side anyway. The rest of the girls, they look a little bit softer in the glute. But let's continue to watch.
Just moving everyone around at the moment. Do you think it could be because of the way Janet's also standing? Like her foot's more, I would say, parallel to the stage? Or
her front foot pointing forwards. Yeah. Let's look at this glute shot. Nice. Hold.
My goodness, Laura Lee's got fantastic glutes.
Hasn't she? Her glutes are just insane. They're incredible. All of the girls are incredible, but you can just see that the center two, there's really not a lot between them there. There's not a lot between all of the girls, to be honest. I feel like Janet has a really long torso. She does, doesn't she?
I think she's the tallest out of all of these ladies. Like Laura Lee, Janet, Attila, they're all 5'6", 5'7".
Okay, yeah.
So actually quite a tall top 6 this time.
Fantastic. Let's continue to watch.
Yes, absolutely.
Now here for me, Janet, she's not overextend, doesn't look like she is anyway. She's not massively overextending in the lower back. Whereas I think that, Laura Lee, Angelica, it makes the waist look a little bit smaller, or it might just be because of the hair. I don't know, like it might be because Janet's hair is a little bit shorter, it doesn't sit as low on the back.
I get that.
So it could be that. Now here, there's not a massive flare on the front lat, which is interesting.
They've changed it up a bit this year.
Because if you look at Isha.
Mm-hmm.
She does a quite impressive lat flare on that front pose, which gives her waist even more taper. But the other girls, they're really not focusing on that.
No.
Too much.
I feel like this year there's going to be a slightly different bikini trend just because of that. Whereas like the lat flare was all about... Issa obviously brought it in, didn't she? And then it was like 2020. Everyone wants slightly bigger lats just to be able to show that X frame that we always talk about.
Yeah. And I think now it's going to change and it's not that the girls don't have lats, but all it does is it changes the style of the posing. So my job gets a little bit harder again.
I was just going to say, you're going to be like on form this year trying to like catch up. Oh my gosh.
Oh gosh. Do you know what? It's so difficult because with every show, a different girl wins. And from one show to the next, another girl might have a different style of posing, and you tend to find everyone that is chasing those top placings or chasing that pro card, they follow who has just won. So that comes down to foot position, how the lat is flared, and it changes all the way through the season. And it's hard because obviously the lineup from show to show is different as well. So you, like I've said before, you could win one week and then the next week be in a different lineup and come third.
Right. And I think that's why it's so important also to do posing that suits your body type and not what Miss Olympia has done.
Yeah, because it is so difficult though, because, you know, for the past year, everyone's been flaring a lat, and now you're looking at 5 of the girls on stage and they're not really given much of a lat flare, and it's the Olympia and it's at the end of the year, and it's not replicating what we've seen through the season.
I get what you...
So it's quite confusing for the girls.
Yeah, no wonder bikini is such a hard category
to
so
judge.
Hard. Yeah. I would absolutely love to judge it one day.
I would love it too.
Oh my goodness. Dreams. Okay. But no, I like...
So here, who would you call out?
So
who would you call as your top placing?
As number 1?
Yeah.
So for me, and I'm not going to go with my favorite, I actually have to say Jen Dory was a huge surprise. Like, I was obviously watching her, but when she came on stage, I feel like she just almost every element was there, and I feel like she's close. To me, she was like pretty close.
I would just say, like, looking at the girls, I'm obviously just looking at Laura Lee on the end there. She looks a little bit softer.
Maybe in the front of the quads.
Yeah,
you know?
the front of the quads and the midsection. The other girls just look a little bit tighter through that midsection. But because Laura Lee's got such fantastic glutes, it kind of distracts. But obviously when you're at this level, just those fine little differences, it completely changes it. And let's just continue to watch this, because I'll be intrigued to see where the girls are placing their feet in this front pose. Yeah, so, you know, Janet has her foot, this is so funny, Janet has her foot flat to the side, which is, as the season progressed last year, the style changed and everyone wanted to point their foot forwards to make the quad look smaller. But to be honest, Janet doesn't appear to have overpowering quads anyway, so that's maybe why she can keep the foot flat to the side, and it probably, I would imagine, makes her glute look fuller and rounder. So I'm going to predict that a lot of the girls that come into the studio probably now want to face their foot to the side. But yeah, you can see here the other girls have kind of got their foot pointing forwards, whereas Janet is flat to the side. So you get a little bit more actually of the glute scooping into the hamstring, which obviously makes the glute look more impressive. What foot position works best for you?
I find, like, because of my height, I find that going forward a little bit on the diagonal, and then when we work together, something I've been practicing is popping the knee slightly down, so the
small flexion.
Yes, a small
very
flexion.
Small. Yeah,
not a very deep one at all. But then again, I think it's just different for everyone.
Everyone is completely different. You can just see there, these girls, like minimal lat spread. They're not even really focusing on exposing more or putting any emphasis on the delt at all.
No, they look fantastic.
I'm just seeing a lot of boobs and bum.
I was going to say, but I think that could be a conversation for another time. I feel like on the the other parts.
Yes.
But I just also want to mention, okay, I did some analysis on the bikini like category for the last 3 years, and I was intrigued to find that out of the top 5 placings, 3 coaches seem to come up.
So the same 3 coaches over the course of a few years.
So the top 5 placings were coached by 3 men in particular, being Kim Otto. You've got Team Atlas, Ricardo Panan, and on the cusp and definitely coming into it a lot more, Team Elite Physique and Benila.
Adam Benila, yeah. Let's see the second call out, and let's just see the comparison of the girls compared to the first call out, because I always think this is really interesting as well, because obviously 42 girls on stage, you're going to have such a huge variation of different looks, you know.
So there's Nura and Ashlyn Brown. Issa is on the side there, but obviously she made first call outs. Come on, ladies.
Come on, second call out, girls.
I'm so afraid of sometimes just touching this so that like it will ruin it. So we're just like, we'll just watch it.
We'll let it roll through for sure. How do you think you'd feel being stood on that stage?
Oh, wow.
It's like every athlete's dream, isn't it?
Yes.
The Olympia.
Absolutely.
Wow.
I'll tell you what, I did this sponsorship on Buff, and I swear, like, every girl at the moment was like, Pro Card, IFBB, Olympia is the dream. Like, all 40 girls, like, that came in for me.
Wow.
It's like everybody is bringing their A game now for Pro Card.
Everybody wants the Pro Card now. I think definitely in the past, I'm going to say like 12 to 18 months, it's like, and I don't know whether it's because the IFBB has expanded so much and there's so many more shows available.
Right.
It's like, obviously the Pro Card is you can obtain it a little bit, not easier, but there's more opportunity.
Yes, but the pool is getting wider with the amount of girls that are obviously coming in at the bikini level. So we got Ashley Coltwasser wearing the new red, and obviously this is second
call out. Yeah,
the lady with the blonde hair, that's Ashlyn Brown.
Oh,
and
okay.
She hosts a podcast called Confessions of a Bikini Pro.
Oh, is it good?
Actually, no, she doesn't host that one. She hosts one with Beatrice Besaika.
Ah, okay. Cool.
But yeah, second looks amazing as well. I don't know.
Oh, notice the girl on the end pointing herself in towards the centre judge. Well done, girl.
And why is that, Emma?
So basically, you always want to angle yourself towards the centre judge so they can get a true, so they can see you properly. Because when you're stood out on the sides, it goes without saying that you just don't get the same. Sorry, I'm getting caught up watching the girls. I'm like, oh, because I'm spotting something here.
Oh, it's
I
Priscilla.
spot that Ashley has a knee bent.
Yes, the flexion.
I think you've got to be careful with that.
Okay.
Because I think when the knee looks clearly bent, I think it can sometimes take away from the flow of the physique.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So if you want to show the purpose of bending the knee would just show a little bit more flexion through the hamstring. But when it's overbent, I think it can distract from the natural flow.
Okay. I see what you mean.
You know,
because she is still quite like sort of down.
If she just lengthened a touch through the knee, it would just.
Good Lord, look at that booty pop.
I know, the booty pop. How much of that do you think is back arch?
I think it's because she is flexing that knee down. Like, I think naturally she's got shorter insertions.
Yeah.
So she's like more bubblier from the side when she like poses. But
I think overall for a lot of the girls, I think they do arch a lot in the lower back.
Do you think
on their side pose? Yeah. It makes the waist look smaller.
Back issues 101, but is that going to be an issue for like 20 years down the line?
Most probably, yes. We'll all be slightly crippled.
Oh no!
In our lower backs
because we love bikini.
Yeah. But no, I was just asked. That was a generic question, not just about Ashley, but yeah, there's a lot of back arch that happens, especially in the rear pose as well, because if you don't arch in the lower back, then you might not get the full engagement through the hamstrings, and the glutes might not be as lifted. So But obviously, it's always trial and error for everyone.
So
And obviously, when you walk, keep those glutes lifted, girls.
it's hard to walk and then not like be like bouncy and then jiggles. Like if you're jiggling,
Well, as long as if you're
that's
stood on the
condition.
Olympia stage, you shouldn't have any jiggly glutes.
like I was just gonna say, if you're jiggling, you need to diet a little bit more. But it's, you know, in that walk that they do and you're trying lifting it higher, that is really difficult to do. I'm sorry, that is a skill in itself.
It is.
Oh, okay. So the lady on the left is Daraja Heel Fit, coached by Paul Revelia, and she's definitely one of my up and coming new favorites for the next couple of years. And we got Alexandria Ross in the black.
Yeah.
Again, amazing.
The girls are they're so there's such a vast difference on them. You know, I can really see the difference between the first call out
Yes.
and the second and now the third, and it comes down to your look, your bikini, your tan, your makeup,
Oh my gosh.
your hair, everything. For me, the girls in the first call out, they
Polished.
they're so polished, and they all look like supermodels.
They do, but in like fitness
Yeah,
supermodels.
yeah.
I love it.
Like Victoria's Secrets, but
Ooh.
for fitness.
Sorry.
No. I mean, like, as in model.
But with
Pretty.
more muscle.
No, I don't mean physique. I mean, like, they all so
Oh.
pretty that they could be Victoria's Secrets models.
I agree
That's
with
what
that.
I meant.
Absolutely. I agree with that one.
You can see here, though, from the back, they just don't have the same development through the girls in the first call out. I mean, let's not forget, they all do look sensational,
Yeah.
but, you know,
Out of this lineup, though, I think Daraja has it for me. Like, she's going to be one to watch.
yeah.
Like, she's just got such a nice shape.
And it's really about, as well, finding the balance, you know, between the fullness in the glutes, but not being too lean, the midsection being tight. But so it's it's not easy. No. Well, I like her walk. She
Which
drags
one?
the foot behind. That's cute.
Which one was that? Daraja?
Yeah. She had a nice walk.
Yeah, she's sassy.
She
You
is
should watch her
sassy.
posting videos on Instagram. She's really good.
Yeah, and straight round to the front and walk forwards.
She reminds me a bit of Ashley Janelle. Ashley Janelle no longer competes, but they kind of have the same sort of like hair flicks. And it's really cool.
You've got to have character, personality, sass, confidence to stand out.
Sparkle.
You've got a sparkle on stage presence.
Oh.
You've got to have it, you know. Oh, nice. I like her. Does she dance? Do you know?
Daraja? No, she was actually a tennis player. A very athletic sort of tennis playing background. And then I don't know what happened, but then she started coaching with Paul Revelia. Can't remember what his team's name, but they've done pretty well together.
If you were to work with an American coach, who would it be?
Team Elite Physique.
Yes, same.
Sorry.
Snap.
Like, I just think with everything he's got going on, like, that contest prep center is like, oh my God.
No, right? Where the next one is going to be in Vegas, correct?
Yes.
Yes. How cool.
And did you know that his gym offers free, like, there's no membership, so you can train there for free?
Oh, wow.
I don't know how he makes money. It obviously comes from
Maybe
the
from
coaching.
the prep coaching, yeah.
But how amazing is that? And then, oh, Beatrice.
Yes. I mean, this is the fourth call out, right?
Yes.
1, 2, yeah, fourth. And that, you know, they still look sensational.
The lady on the left, I can't remember her name, but she won the Romania.
Okay.
I
Yeah, I remember her.
She's quite a new pro as well.
Yeah. She just needs a little bit more development, but she's definitely, she's got that potential. But you can see she's doing that lat flare as well, which is just so confusing because it's like, what do they want? Someone just tell. I wish like the judges would just tell us at the start of the season,
Yeah.
this is how we want you all to pose.
You know who we should get on?
Who?
Sandy Williams.
Yes,
Becky
Sandy.
Clausen.
Yes.
Oh
Let's
my
get some
gosh.
judges on.
I would love that.
Let's
Judges.
do that. Yes.
Comment. Please like this video if you want us to get some judges on.
You need to like and comment for sure.
Okay, so I think second last call out, and we've got one more.
Yeah.
Goodness.
And on this, you can just kind of see, you know, the majority of them are kind of lacking that high round glute, you know, from the back. It's really difficult because basically the glutes have to pop from every single angle.
It's all about the booty.
You need to have like a 3D, 360 booty popping shape.
Oh my gosh. I hate this music.
Oh, what?
Sorry.
Okay. I bet he loves his job.
Oh, that's Tony. He did a really good job at the Olympia, actually, calling out everyone.
You kept everyone in order.
Yeah, he was super in check. Oh, she looks good. Number 32. I don't know her name, though.
Yeah, she does. Small waist.
Tiny.
Absolutely. These girls look phenomenal, you know. So it just shows you the level, you know, when you're on this stage.
And all these
different.
girls had to win a show sometime this year in order
Win
to
a
qualify.
show or get points, right?
Yeah.
And how many points is it? Like 20?
I need to clarify that, but I will.
I think
find
it's
out.
around 20 points.
That's hard.
It's a lot,
That's
isn't it?
a lot of competing in the
Yeah.
year to put your body through that. Good. Nora on the far right.
Okay, yeah.
So one of the interesting kind of things, and I think it was only this year, was that I did notice a lot of our European competitors sort of got placed in the fourth and fifth call-outs. A lot of the US, I don't think that's a thing. I'm just saying, like, maybe
It's
it was just the
interesting
look.
because, yes.
The look for this year, and maybe it has something to do with the fact that there was lockdown, and maybe we didn't get, maybe it's different coaches, different styles. So I just, it's interesting to kind of see who placed where.
Yeah.
Because I was kind of curious about all the different nationalities and where they placed. So yeah, it was just really
That's
interesting.
Yeah. And I think definitely the first call out, the girls, they're very balanced. And they just have that roundness and condition. And it's hard to get to that.
Absolutely.
You know, and I think like you were saying about the European girls, they tend to come in, well, especially they did in this show, they came in more conditioned, you thought?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also just with that, like that first call out, the three coaches, Ricardo, Penan, for Issa, then you had Team Atlas for Laura Lee and Jen, and then Kim Otto for Janet and Angelica.
Yeah.
And I'm missing someone.
So maybe, because I have also heard that, you know, in different parts of the world, that different judges like different looks.
Yes.
Which plays a part in it. So, you know, that's why you have a huge variation when it comes to the Olympia. You know, so maybe there is some consistency needed in the judging for the bikini, so it's a little bit more congruent. I don't know. But also we have to remember is that in every single show you can only judge what's on that stage.
Yes.
And, you know, someone's got to win.
How much does the lady on the left look like Megan Fox?
Oh, yeah.
But I know what you mean. Like maybe there could be like more standardized sort of bikini criteria. It's hard because I feel like when we were watching Romania and then the Alicante, the look was really different.
Very different.
Obviously, what is being presented here on the Olympia, which is then the pinnacle of bodybuilding and what sets the tone for the next year. It's very different.
Yeah.
But well done to everyone that got on that bikini stage this year.
Absolutely.
All 40 of you girls looked incredible, and you all deserve to be there.
100%.
Francesca's on the far left. But yep, that is that one.
I'm surprised Francesca's in that call out.
I was too, but I think it has something to do with maybe the muscle mass. Like she does have a lot more. Maybe she just needs to exercise less or something. I don't know. She's got like a great body and she just like, I don't, you know, forget what I say. I'm not a coach, so do not take my words. But
I think it's hard as well because obviously you can only work to your own body shape. And, you know, that, like we said before, that might win one show, but then put it in a lineup like this when they have got the true representation of the criteria that they want. You know, it doesn't necessarily mean that you win a show to qualify for the Olympia that you're gonna be, you know, in the top 6 or 10.
Yes, and
so
I also
tough.
like, this might sound a bit strange, but I also feel like you kind of have to. We talked about this once before, and you said you had to earn your spot. Like, you do have to work hard, unless like all of a sudden you come in and you're bang on or whatever. I think it's one of those things you just have to work all the time. You always progress.
Yeah. And I think as well, what we have to remember about the ladies who were in the first call out and placed top 6 is that they've been at this a long, long time.
Yes.
So they really know the criteria, and they know what the judges want. Their presentation is on point. Their tan is on point. Their bikinis suit their figures. You know, they've got all of the boxes ticked, whereas a lot of those girls, they're probably maybe in their first like 2, 3, 4 years of competing. Whereas I would imagine that most of these girls, they've been competing. Well, we know Janet started competing in 2013.
Same as Angelica.
Yeah. So these girls have been moving through these ranks for a long, long time.
Yeah. And competitors like Laura Lee and Issa sort of started really bodybuilding or taking it seriously when they finished school. So they are on the little bit of the younger side, but they've been doing it for a few years now. So yeah, that is the top 6.
Awesome. So
Dang.
very, very interesting. But so we kind of know what's to come for the next season. So yeah, that's what we do. We start chipping away to make ourselves look like one of these girls.
Oh my goodness. Sculpting needed. Anyway, you guys, I hope that you all enjoyed this bikini episode. And again, our more in-depth review on how the ladies have posed and going through all of those call-outs, because there was a lot of ladies.
A lot of ladies. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment. Let us know if you want us to get the judges on. I think that would be a really good shout. So you take care, and we look forward to seeing you in our next episode.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
All right, guys, so we're going to do shout outs, and we haven't done them in a really long time.
This is true. Super excited. Yeah. So we're going to take a little bit of a different twist on our shout outs today. So instead of athletes, I'm going to do coaches, and Lauren is going to do a business shout out. So people in the industry that we want to just bring some awareness to. So my first shout out for our coaches is going to be Rob Whitfield of Team LRF, Leading Results Fitness.
So this is Team LRF Instagram. You guys can follow them at team_LRF. And basically, Rob has dominated the UK coaching scene.
Absolutely. Yeah. So Rob, he has taken 15 amateurs to pro league. So he's got a really good track record. He's probably one of the best coaches in the UK. He's very successful in the bikini category and the figure category.
Yes.
To name just a few athletes that he's taken from amateur to pro would be Phoebe Hagen, Rhea Gale, Kerry Sexton, Babs. We don't know her last name, but
sorry, Barbara.
Babs Body Fit, but I've followed her for a long time. Milena Bonilla and Mel Maguire, Alicia Gardner as well. So they're just to name a few, but yeah, he's got a really great track record. Has a huge number. There's Milena there. A huge number of athletes on his books. I want to say I don't know, well over 200 athletes, I would say.
He's got to have now, but I think he also has coaches underneath him, or sub-coaches, I should say. And then they kind of do...
Yeah, he filters them down. So he's very, very good with business.
Yes.
So he's got a supplement range as well.
Which I have to say, I have tried out some of the products, and the Complete Strength Whey salted caramel is delicious.
Is it good?
That is delicious. And the cream of rices are definitely outstanding.
Ooh, nice. And he also owns his own gym, which is down in Kent. But yeah, there he is. That's Rob himself there. That's not Rob. This is Mel Maguire.
Sorry.
Mel is wellness. So she she got her pro card early last year, I think. But yeah, he's got a really fantastic track record. His bikini girls, you can always just tell if they're one of Rob's. They always bring that condition. He does a lot of business coaching as well. I think he holds business coaching seminars to help people kind of build their own brand and their business. And I actually have done a podcast with Rob before and interviewed him. So he's got really interesting background and he's a really nice guy.
Yeah, definitely. He's business minded. I truly respect him for that because he's done a lot in especially the last 2 years. I feel like he's just boomed, especially with that supplement company.
I think he's just being consistent.
Well, you have to be, don't you?
Consistency is key.
Yeah.
And I think someone like Rob, he's not new to the game. He's been in it a long time. He used to work from a gym in North London. What's it called? I can't remember the name, but it's known as quite an iconic old school bodybuilding gym. And he worked there for a long time, coaching a small number, and he was mainly a PT, but then he really just started to open up and coach more athletes, and it's just gone from strength to strength.
So that is Team LRF, you guys, and well done to Coach Rob from Team LRF.
Yes.
Yeah, well done. So then for the next shout out, I am going to do slightly more business focused people and businesses, well, business brands. And the first one I'm going with is Danny Garcia. So
good shout.
Danny Garcia is incredible. Let's just put it this way. She used to be married to The Rock. She now works with him. I think she manages him. She also manages our legend, the one and only Phil Heath. That's amazing.
Yeah.
If you ask me.
So cool.
So she's a manager. She's a businesswoman, CEO. She just, the relationship that she still has with The Rock as well, even though they're divorced, that is pretty incredible.
That's cool,
you know?
yeah.
I think that's really interesting. But what an
incredible
incredible woman.
I would love to get her on the show.
Absolutely. Mindset wise, this woman has done amazing things, and she's like just doing so much.
Total boss. Can I swear? No?
We can beep it.
Boss bitch vibes. She's such a boss.
See, I want a picture like that one day.
I know, right? How cool is she?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, she's awesome. So this is Danny Garcia, you guys. And if you don't follow her, then you need to. And if you don't know about her, then you need to definitely look her up. And
absolutely.
Just get inspired by strong and powerful women.
Empowering other women.
Exactly.
For sure.
That's cool.
Amazing.
And then we've got one more shout out that we want to do, and this one is for Kaleem. So Kaleem, who is your shout out? Rachel Daniels. So Rachel Daniels,
she just competed at the Olympia.
Yeah.
In women's physique.
Yes. That's a nice suit.
Yeah. So she is coached by Shelby.
Damn.
And she brings condition, she brings the size, and she is also the new era poser. So I think that kind of means she's going to bring like a different kind of classic element to women's physique. That's what I feel anyway.
Yes.
But she's very into her craft, which is really, really great to see.
She is very, very into her craft. I got to say, Rachel, if you're watching this, your captions...
do you like them?
They get to me. They make me laugh.
Silly boy, I do not want to know what you do for a living. I want to know what you live to do. Oh, I like it. It's a little bit deep, right?
Yeah, she is really deep.
I like that.
Wow. I don't know how she does it.
Look at that condition.
I know.
Look at the glutes.
I know.
Phenomenal.
Absolutely awesome. So you guys, that is Kaleem shout out. Rachel Daniels, good luck to you in the future, Rachel. You look awesome.
Powerful posing. Yeah. Fantastic.
All right, you guys. So thank you so much for watching the show. We hope that you enjoyed it. Please let us know what you think and give us a like, give us a comment, and we'll see you again soon.
Bye, guys.
Bye.